SPF 2012 is July 6th to 8th at Playland, and you're going to be performing on the 7th at 7 p.m. What do you guys like about summer festivals?
What's not to like about summer festivals, I think, is probably the better question, particularly one in Vancouver. Vancouver is one of our favorite cities in the world. I mean, easily like our top five, I think. One of our
Really?
favorite places. So for us, getting a chance to, I mean, we're not technically on tour right now. We're actually working on our next album and just finished our first single. So it takes a lot for us to actually leave our comfortable little studio, get on a plane, and go somewhere. So we have a list of like maybe 5 or 6 cities that we gave our booking agent like a year ago, and we said we won't accept any shows. We won't do any shows unless it's one of these 5 or 6 cities. And Vancouver was one of those cities. So when we got the gig, we were super stoked. And I think being in Vancouver in the summer, that's really the best thing about this festival. I can't imagine anywhere else I'd rather be.
Absolutely. I am so proud to be a Vancouverite right now. Holy cow.
Yeah.
So loving your new song, Fighter, with the Gym Class Heroes. They perform 3 hours before you guys. Could there be a possibility of you guys singing Fighter live that day?
Hell yeah, I had no idea.
Nice.
So now that I know, that sounds like that could be a fun little plan right there.
Heck yeah. So speaking of summer, today is the official first day of summer, June 20th. What is your favorite summer treat?
I would say my favorite summer treat is probably, it's about the only time a year that at least once a summer I happen to be in a place where an ice cream truck comes through.
Yes.
And literally it happens once a year, maybe if that. And so that's kind of one of the highlights when I actually hear the ice cream truck and it actually happens to be in my neighborhood. I run out and I'm the creepy guy that runs out surrounded by 7-year-olds, like, fighting my way through lines so I can get a Pink Panther.
Yes.
Frozen ice cream.
Oh my gosh, I so remember those. What's your favorite way to cool off in the summer heat?
I mean, obviously outdoor pools are pretty phenomenal. I have a convertible, so I like driving with the top down. I just did it this morning, as a matter of fact, and just drove, driving around to get coffee or whatever, and roll the windows down, put the top down. That's pretty phenomenal. I also love camping and fly fishing, so I'll go up to the mountains and the water's still freezing because it's all snow melt. So
right.
That's definitely, it gets pretty cold.
Have you ever done that in like northern BC or anywhere in BC?
No, I really want to, actually. The next tour that we go on, I'm going to bring some fly fishing gear and probably a mountain bike. And when we're up in BC, again, I will definitely try and partake in all that stuff. I took that. What's that highway called up to Whistler? What do you guys call it?
Yeah, it's called the Sea to Sky. Yeah, it's called Sea to Sky Highway.
Yes, yeah, Sky Highway. That's I think one of the most, if not the most beautiful drive our band has ever been on in our life.
Wow.
And so I'm looking for a reason to take that drive again.
Absolutely. You got to check out the Okanagan. The Okanagan is amazing for that kind of stuff. Are you down for the mandal, the man sandal?
The man sandal. You mean like flip-flops?
Not necessarily even not Crocs, but those shoes they're like leather shoes or whatever.
Oh, no, I'm against those. And I'm not a Croc wearer per se, or massive advocate. And the primary reason is you find me a guy whose feet don't sweat at some point, and I will call that man an alien, because that is impossible. And those leather man sandals, I used to own a pair. I owned a pair of Birkenstock. They weighed like 5 pounds when I was in high school, and they were these leather sandals, and they were amazing for like 48 hours. And then it was like one really hot day where you're like, not really moving around, and they're kind of gross.
They're not breathable.
No, they're not. I'm not a huge man or mandal, whatever you call it.
Yep, mandal.
No, I will not be purchasing any mandals this summer.
That's awesome. So I had to ask you, I was doing a little research, and I found out that Ralph Lauren must have some serious love for you guys, because 2 of your songs has been featured in their ads, most recently Life in Color, and then before that, Secrets. What's that process like, and do you get free product?
Yeah, it's been pretty cool, actually, our relationship with Ralph Lauren. It kind of came out of nowhere originally with Secrets. They were launching this worldwide fragrance, the Big Pony fragrance, with the 4 different scents. And we didn't even know our name was in the hat. And then when they picked Secrets, they told us, they're like, yeah, we were up against Coldplay, the Beatles, the Killers, all these different phenomenal bands. And so we felt just incredibly honored to have that be the campaign. When they came back again, we only had the first song we ever did, or the first new One Republic song that we did for this next album, we did ages ago. It was like a year and a half ago. We did the demo called Life of Color. And that was, that was the song. We just had a demo of it. We're like, well, we don't really have any new songs. They wanted to use us again for their new, campaign. And I said, we do have this demo we did 3 days ago in New York. It's kind of a laptop demo. We played it for them, and that became the song. So it's been really cool. We don't get to hang out in the Hamptons with a bunch of models, as the commercials may look like. They promised us we're going to, but we haven't done it yet. And we do get some product. We don't get tons of free product, but we definitely get. I think I'm wearing Ralph Lauren in the Good Life video. But I was a fan of Ralph Lauren since I was a kid. The thing I like about, I'm not a huge clothes or clothing type of aficionado, but I think what it is with Ralph Lauren is you always, every time I see those commercials or pictures, you kind of want to live that life or pretend that you actually have that life.
Totally.
Like
so iconic. I remember Oprah's interview with
him.
him.
Super iconic.
Oh,
it's
so
very
good.
American. It's very American.
Totally.
It's very kind of entrenched in like Connecticut American history. So I kind of dig it.
Amazing. Well, Ryan Tedder, thank you so much for calling in. I hopefully will get to see you guys when you're here for SPF. That will be July 7th. Tickets are $59 and are still available. So thank you, Ryan.
Great, thanks. And if you talk to Travi from gym class, tell him I said what's up.
100%. I will try to nail down that interview.
All right. Thanks.
All right. Have a good day.
All right.